Hello YouTube, this is Galactic Marine 501 slash jexamwolfexia. And I sounded like I had a southern accent there. I really don't, but I do have a bit of a British accent for some reason. I am I am British by birth, so maybe that's why. But I've been raised in America and it seems like I should have an American, like a normal not English accent. But yeah, I brought you this guy a few days ago, the Gundam 007 sword G version. And now I found some more. I found out some more story about him, but I'm gonna pop off 6 of the 7 swords and the 7th rifle. And when I said he had 8 swords. The 7 sword version did not have this rifle. This is the 7 sword G rifle. It gives him they used it in Operation Gun and Sword, I believe, or something like that. And they equipped it to the 7 Sword Gundam 00 in order to give him a little extra firepower. And so that's when he became the 7 Sword G instead of just the Gundam 007 Sword. Which makes sense. I mean, sure. Now, also, the accessory that I'm looking at today is the Buster Sword. I took off the other 6 swords. Well, I only took off 4 of the 6. I left the beam sabers on because, you know. Now, I showed you its normal sword mode, which this has become a little loose, so be careful of that. They can get loose. And just a tiny bit of super glue in there, or just help and push the peg back together. That'll help out. Now it's not as loose, you see? And they can still hold their shape. But the mode I'm looking at is, and look, you can fix it and it'll work. But anyway, the mode I'm looking at is the shoulder sword mode, which can also turn into the shield mode. Now, if you're good, you can paint the inside parts green. It'll look much better, much better. But I'm not good like that, so I didn't. Now, I showed you that this was the shoulder sword slash shield mode. I was wrong. There are 2 more things you gotta do. You gotta pop these 2 little blue pieces that are in the shoulder, that are on the sides. Okay, these are really difficult to get off. I didn't think you were supposed to pop them off because of the difficulty, but you are. And then you pop them on a second peg. See if you can see they're a little more extended. It's hard to tell, but they are a little more out there. Sorry. I only have 1 light in my room at this point, and it's the crappy one. But yeah, it gives it a little more bulk, and it makes, when this mode is in effect, it makes the sword, the little bits line up with their original part. With the original part that they lined up with that they didn't before somehow. I don't know. I don't know. Just change. Oh god. You know what? I think I actually did not lock that in properly, so I showed you the exact same mode as before, so I think I'm going to have to do that again. There we go. There. There, that's better. That's the new mode. And now you can definitely see that there's a difference. And as I said, you can see some detailing in there, that little squiggly. You can paint that. You could also paint the little detail in there that's supposed to be green. The 2 inside the gray there that are supposed to be green, 2 inside the gray there. And when you do that, this thing will look spectacular. So, yeah, this has been like a quick little tidbit review that I forgot to show you in the last one. Actually, I only discovered this upon looking at Prime 92's review, so go check hers out. It's much better than mine. She noticed that beforehand. And another thing that I learned from watching her review is that these beam sabers, cherish them, because this is the only non-double O riser Gundam, double O Gundam that comes with pink beam sabers. And I don't know why I said cherish them, because they're the same as every other pink beam, almost, except for Arios's. Those are good. But yeah, I guess I have 2 more chopsticks now. Disposable chopsticks too. Yeah, I have so many of these pink beams. And the problem is, like, when a Gundam has a really cool rifle, you're not gonna display... I mean, the Gaia is the only exception, but that's because we all remember it as a close combat mobile suit. Then again, I am trying to get Heine's goof, or Zaku, or whatever. I think it's a goof. Yeah, it's a goof. Yeah, I'm 97% sure it's a goof. I'm trying to get Heine's goof ignited so I can just have it slicing the thing in half. Because I hate Heine. First of all, he looks like freaking Android 18 from Dragon Ball Z. Second of all, okay, I know it's bad to poke fun at people's names, but come on, Heine. Why not just call the guy Buttface and get it over with? Yeah. And I know what some of you are probably thinking. Dude, it's Heine. Heine is perfectly acceptable. No, it isn't. Not in my world, it isn't. Yeah, but... So, I'm actually thinking about taking this guy apart and doing up the little... I already took him apart. So, I'm not just thinking about it, I'm doing it. And doing up all the little condenser areas that are supposed to be colored. So, I'll show you, I'll bring this guy back one last time for that, to show you guys that, okay? And just sort of a recommendation for painting. First off, I recommend doing it with just the gray part, just taking off every part even if you think it's unnecessary. And second off, you can use a flat green Gundam marker, which would look fine. But I recommend metallic green. I used it for the drives, and it gives them a lot of pop, a lot of extra pop. And using them here should give you a similar effect. So, I'll see you guys in possibly half an hour with this done. Half an hour max, I should say.